What's going on, guys? It's Nathan with Technology Smash, back with another video, and today I'm going to do a very quick overview of the hardware mainly on the Samsung Gear S2 Classic. So the reason this is going to be a quick hardware overview is because I do have a video posted on the Gear S2 regular, just Gear S2 model, and nothing's really different from the actual internals of the watch itself. It's just the hardware. So this is going to be kind of what I do like, what I don't like, and it should be pretty quick here. So this might help you guys who are on the fence of either wanting one of these watches at all, or if you are deciding whether to get the classic or the more sport type of model. So let's go over some of the things that I do like, because there's some things I don't like. So let's take this off here, and as always, if you guys know, watch my other videos, this is running on my Nexus 6, and it's connected. Hold on, my screen brightness is very high right now. The phone's kind of nutty. Here we go. Okay, so it's connected through the Gear, Samsung Gear app on my Nexus 6. So that's what I have it running on, and it connects through Bluetooth. So let's go over some things that I like. The screen, again, on this watch, just like it was on the other, is gorgeous. There is no other screen that I've seen personally on a smartwatch that looks as good as this one. And I can actually change these watch faces through the app, which is cool, so that we can see some other ones. Hopefully it'll stay awake if I touch it a little bit. But the watch itself, the faces look great. The screen is insanely sharp. You can't really see any pixels at all. It's that nice AMOLED, got dark blacks. All these, most of them can be changed as well. The actual watch faces to have different information on them, or to just do different functions. So you can change, and I'll give you an example of that real quick. So this is one I set up was just black and red. You hold here and hit stylize. You can actually change the dial. And there's just a ton of watch faces in there that have stylized options. So the watch itself, it is a good build quality. It has like this shiny chrome looking metal that is a fingerprint magnet. It is gonna get fingerprints on it no matter what. It's just, I don't know if you can see at that angle, if it's focusing right, but there's fingerprints all over it, and as soon as you wipe them off, they come right back. So that's what it's made out of. It's more of a, the other one was metal, but it was almost like an anodized coating on the outside of it. So this is like a shinier, a more flashy type of metal. So as you can see, the top part is more of a silvery metal, and then the bottom portion down here is more of a black. So it's like a black and silver kind of, it looks the exact same. Let me look. Yeah, it's like a black and a silver. So this is all black down here, and then the rotating bezel is the silver portion. Fluidity, so on the last one, you know, same thing, very fluid, very responsive, so that's great. Another thing I like, this is a nice leather band. It is very much genuine leather. It has that plushy, pushy feeling into it, which my Zen Watch 2 does not have. It's just a very stiff, thin leather. This is not the case for this watch. It has very nice leather. So yeah, otherwise the hardware is still the same. I still have the same opinion on the hardware itself. It's amazing. I wish it worked with iPhone, because my Zen Watch 2 now works with both my iPhone and my Nexus 6, so that is a great thing. So let's get into some stuff I don't like, and unfortunately this is a longer list. So number one, and you guys have heard me say it, especially if you follow me on Twitter, or if you just heard me in the last couple of videos, this watch is too small. That's the bottom line. If you like bigger watches, it's too little. It might not look that way on camera just because you can't see my whole arm, but this is a super small watch. I showed it to people at work, and same thing, they're like, wow, that's great. it's too bad it's not bigger, and I have to agree 100%. I can't keep the watch. It's too small for my taste. That may be a positive for you though. You might like that, so keep that in mind. Another thing, the 20 millimeter bands, super small bands. I don't like how this one comes out to a point and it gets smaller. They could have had it wider and had the more common 22 millimeter bands, but they didn't. They just have the 20 millimeter on there, which is okay, I guess, you know, if you have a smaller watch. But I think 22 millimeter bands are more accessible, and they're usually easier to find different styles of and things like that. So that's kind of annoying. Another thing, when I wear this watch, and this is such a nitpicky thing, but I'm a very technical person. I like things a certain way. This, as you can see, sticks up, and there is a little flap to hold it down a little bit, but when I look down at the watch, this little flap is here, and I hate it. I hate the way it looks. I hate that it shows like that. I don't know how to fix that, which I don't have to worry about because this watch is going back. So, yeah. I would recommend, honestly, the cheaper version. I think this is a case where, for me personally, cheaper is better. It's more comfortable. It is less expensive. The bands are not interchangeable, so that is definitely a negative for you. And this one will actually sit flat on a wireless charger, whereas the other one will not. So it kind of depends on what you like and what you don't like. So you can kind of make those decisions yourself based on videos you watch. The watch bezel on this watch, I hate compared to the other one. Now, I told everybody, you know, the bezel for me is a game changer, and it still is. But what's different on this watch is it is like flush with the screen. You can see that gives like a good representation. It's like right against the screen. So when I'm doing this, I'm touching the screen, and I miss it a lot of the times that I try to move it. So when I go to do it, I'll like touch the screen like that and not get it all the way. Now, these little indented sides look like they would help with that. They don't really. It's not that big of a difference. If you grab all the way on the edge, maybe, but the other original Gear S2 was perfect. It stuck up above the top, and rotating that thing, I never touched the screen on accident. I never slipped on it. It was great. So this, compared to that, is definitely a no-go. I don't like it anywhere near the other one. So for me, overall, this watch is not as good as the $300 model. Like I said, it's more comfortable, all the fitness tracking and things like that. Like, do you want to take a watch like this out for fitness tracking, like running or your steps or your heart rate? This is a leather watch with premium materials. I don't know why they're still targeted. Yeah, you could change the bands and things like that, but it's sold this way. So this is how you're meant to have it, right? So, you know, those are my quick thoughts on just things I wanted to follow up with you guys on. And just to let you know, if you're having a hard time making a decision, that might help you. You can check out my video for the original review or the unboxings for either if you're interested in those. I think that should pretty much cover it. I just want to think real quick just to make sure before I get off here. But yeah, pretty disappointed in the size of this watch. If this watch was bigger, it would solve 95% of the issue I have with the watch. It's just not. It's not there for me. It's not big enough, and that's the bottom line for me. If you like smaller watches, I recommend trying this watch out because it's a great watch. Again, I recommend the sportier model. It's $299. This one is $349, and this one's hard to get too. Even on Amazon, they're still, I believe, back ordered 2 to 3 weeks. So it tells you that's how long you need to wait before it's available. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, you leave them below in the comments, and I always get back to you guys as soon as I can. And as always, thanks for watching, and feel free to hit that thumbs up button. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks.